Walking Dead is the biggest horror series I have ever watched, so I thought it is time to create a set ideas series where we can see all the sets that should be made. In this video we are looking at season 1 and 2, but stay tuned, you will see Henry's head on a spike, spoilers. Before we get into the video, make sure to subscribe and join the Discord link below. So my set ideas then, here's what we want. So, series 1, very short, but some really memorable moments or iconic moments from the series. The first one has to be Rick on his horse. That was seen in so many flashbacks for Rick over the series. We have to have Rick and his horse, or maybe a tank, you know, when he's stuck on the tank and Glenn saves him. So, I think if you just go with Rick and his horse idea, you can add in a walker there, have Rick and his horse and a walker, and maybe a little motorway sort of scene with abandoned cars on the side as well for a very cheap price, probably around $14.99 depending on the cost of the trademark. But yeah, I definitely think that Rick and his horse are there. If you were going to expand it and you have Rick and his horse and then the tank, and then you could add in Glenn as well from the walkie-talkie and some more walkers as well, then obviously that would make it more costly. But I do think that Rick and his horse should definitely be a Lego set. Now, maybe some of you will disagree with me, but I think that Series 1 is actually the worst series of Walking Dead. It's quite boring, quite hard to get into it to start with it. You really got to persevere and get through that first episode to get onto Series 2, which is much better. But I would also say the camp as well is really memorable. In Series 1, you got Shane, Laurie, Carol, Daryl, Glenn, Andrea, all like memorable parts from that camp. Obviously, you have Carol's husband, her daughter Sophia. You obviously have Carl as well, who should definitely be introduced into this set as well. But you can't have everybody, and I think Shane's really important to have in this set. I think Rick doesn't need to be in the set. The guys who come back and help them should maybe remove Daryl as well. But I think Andrea should be in it. I think Dead Amy should be in it, you know, when she gets bitten by a walker and obviously passes away. So yeah, I think those three should definitely be introduced into a camp style set. Now this doesn't have to be very expensive. Obviously the more minifigures you add in, the higher the expense is going to be. So I don't think this one actually has to be very big or noticeable for a lot of reasons. So yeah, definitely the camp should be recreated. So I don't know, $29.99? Maybe not even that. But I haven't really mentioned any ones that really focus on the Lego set build. Now I think Dale's Caravan has to be introduced here. It's Dale's Caravan, it's really memorable, it's a caravan, a vehicle, easy way to get in. Or Glenn's car from the first episode, it's like a red Dodgem sort of kind of one. I'm not very good at my cars obviously, and I think those two could be really cool to introduce, so maybe those ones, yeah. But I do think it's kind of hard to introduce these Lego sets without upping the price a lot, and I think the caravan with just Dale and a walker from obviously when he dies in Series 2 would be the way to go. Now I could have also put in from Series 1 the finale, and they're in there and obviously they have to run out because it's all going to blow and everything, and they're trying to find a cure, and Rick learns that everybody is infected and everybody is going to turn. Then maybe I could have put that one in, but it doesn't stand out for me. So if you want like a physical like set with lots of details and very expensive, you could put in the finale from Series 1 in there. I think you could easily do that and make it look good and everything. But personally, I just wouldn't do that. I wouldn't want to put in all those characters. I think that the people who sacrificed themselves earlier on that time don't want to live in the world. I think that's ridiculous. I don't know why they didn't even try. I know things could have gone bad, but still, they just literally give up and let everything take them. So I guess I kind of understand it. I just wouldn't really want it as a Lego set. So from Series 1, Rick and his horse, possibly with a tank and Walker and Glenn, the camp that they all are at and they have to flee, and Dale's Caravan. Now, from Series 2, only 2 sets really show up to me. Now, you got all the whole stuff with Sophia as a walker, the barn, the way they have to leave off and go and they find Hershel's farm. Now, I think Hershel's farm is the set here. You can have lots of different modular buildings in it, one being the barn. I think this is just an easy way to get in Hershel, Maggie, Beth, their brother Sean, who people usually forget as well. Now, you can have obviously lots of walkers come in and they have to abandon the farm very, very soon after the series. Very, very soon, in the series. Obviously, that's the start of Series 3 where they find the prison. But I do think that maybe Sophia as a walker would be a good idea to introduce the whole barn stuff. Would all be good in this one, and I think this is going to be a pricey set if it was released. $99.99. And there's loads of stuff you could do from Series 2. One that comes out to mind is Rick versus Shane with the school bus in that yard. That's a really, really cool battle that you could put in there. Same could be shown for Shane when he obviously goes to the school and he kills one of Hershel's friends. I can't quite remember his name, or just him shooting down the barn as well. So it's all kind of put around Shane this series, really. And Shane just going off on a loose cannon and just trying to end everybody and kill everybody. Now, there's been a lot of Shane what if he was in the later series, but for this set, I think Hershel's farm really covers it all, except for the final episode. I think you've got to have a Rick versus Shane showdown with a Carl figure just watching from the sidelines in the field, where Shane obviously plans out to kill Rick. I think that has got to be a must here, and I would definitely incorporate that in as well. So definitely a Rick versus Shane showdown has to be in here. Now, it can really only have Rick and Shane and Carl, and then Shane can have a twisted two-person head, which shows him as a walker as well. And yeah, I think that those two would have to be the ones that I would put in this series. Now, that might not seem that much to you. You think you could put lots more into these ones. I've actually put more for the 6 episodes in Series 1 than the whole of Series 2. But I don't really think you need to cover much more than this. Quite a few of the episodes are good. I really like Series 2. It's really high up there, especially from that one. I mean, so before you guys spoil it in the comments, I'm literally just about to finish Series 10 and start Series 11. So don't do that, please. But I do think that Series 2 is one of my favourite ones. I think Series 3, yeah, it's better, but I'll mention that when I talk about that. I'll be doing 2 series per video that I am doing. So yeah, basically I do really, really like Hershel's Farm and Rick vs. Shane Showdown, but I don't really like the finale of Series 1 to incorporate into a Lego set. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you guys like Walking Dead, if you want to see Lego sets from Walking Dead, what sets would you pick from the first 2 series? And I will be covering the other series in more videos soon. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.